you said somewhere that you were handed a note from an angel. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Can I ask you about that?
Sure. A few years ago, there's this radio ministry called True News. They wanted to interview me.
Yes.
So they called me and did a telephonic interview when I was in Lancaster.
Yes.
So while the interview was going on, and the host, Rick, he was sharing something. As he was sharing, an angel walked up towards me and he handed me a note. And I saw on the note just 4 words: Russia will invade the US. That's all.
Russia will invade the United States.
Why, how, when, I don't know.
So you never heard
No.
any more about that.
So when I shared that on the radio, Rick was shocked, and he said he had received the same revelation. Some many years ago, I think this was way before, maybe 20 years ago, was fasting and praying one morning, and I saw a vision. Huge missiles were dropping all over the US, and I saw myself running here and there to avoid the missile drop on me. And I heard myself shout at the top of my voice, "Who dares to destroy the US?" And then the answer comes, "Except the Lord God when He permits it." So if any such thing, whether it's North Korea or the US or Iran or anybody, if they ever were going to drop nuclear missiles in the US, it's because God has removed His safety net from the nation.
What happens? Do you think North Korea is going to attack us? Do you feel, again, we can stop it, but yet God can stop it? But it's on everybody's mind. They're building bigger and bigger bombs. They can now hit the United States in all 4 corners of our country. Is God speaking anything about North Korea?
A few years before North Korea developed nuclear bombs and they were testing all their missiles, I was in my TV studio one day and we were taping programs for our normal week, So we don't have a live audience like this. It's just me looking at the camera. And as I was preaching, I saw an angel come and stand before the camera. And he said, "Now see what is shown to you." And as soon as he said that, I saw North Korea. And there a tail came out of North Korea like the tail of a serpent. And it swinged around like how a missile would fly. And the tail of the dragon was hurling missiles out of North Korea. And then the word of the Lord came unto me: North Korea will develop missiles aided by China. This is one news that doesn't come out, We are only looking at North Korea, and we do not know who is the invisible force behind North Korea, who's helping them, financing them with all military know-how. China is a great superpower.
Yes.
And North Korea is growing. So where did they get all this technology about nuclear weapons? Either from Russia or from China. And China is her immediate neighbor and her greatest supporter, because both are all communism. And that's when the Lord revealed to me that North Korea will develop nuclear weapons and missiles and hurl them to different places on the world. And then a few years later, we see them developing and testing as what it is today.
They're going to spread nuclear weapons worldwide. Is that what you're saying?
That's what
North
they
Korea.
claim they want to do. They even boast, the President Kim, he boasts that their missiles can target the US. So if they can target the US, and if it ever reaches, it's because God has allowed it. And unless and until God allowed it, no one can even touch the shadow of the United States.
Amen.